Great morning to you, MountainCare, and happy spring. Hello to everyone. This is going to be hopefully a little nature walk video for everybody to enjoy. I figured I'd better rush out on this beautiful sunny spring day. Look at those blue skies, those pretty clouds, and just show you some of the pretty things in nature around here. So I can't start without letting you know we have a couple of birds nesting here at our place. So here first is a wren's nest that, yes, there are actually baby birds even in it. I don't know that you could see them at the moment. I may try to shine a flashlight on them later. But the mama is busily flying around here, trying to feed them. I'll see if I see her. I'll put her on video. I don't want to walk too fast, but I want to show you one other bird's nest that's going on here at our house. This was one of those things that it kept trying to make a nest, and we thought we would do something to maybe scare it off, but instead of scaring it off, we just ended up aiding it and helping it to build that nest. Can you see that up there at the top of that lamp post? I guess it's not a lamp post, but it's a light. I believe that is a blue-gray gnat catcher. That's the best I could do at trying to figure out what kind it is. You can hear that it's pretty windy today. There's my wind chimes blowing around. But as I said, it really is very, very pretty day. So if you'll bear with me, I'm going to do my best to walk around up and down the streets here and give you a showing of some of the flowers and trees that are blooming. All right, sit back and enjoy. Okay, how could I not stop and video our beautiful American flag waving in this fantastic spring wind? If you notice I'm a little winded, it's because I'm heading up to the top of the hill. I have to get all the little flowers I saw today on camera for you to see. When I look at this flag, though, it makes me think of so many things. It makes me think of our precious veterans, not only at MountainCare, but across the United States history, who have served our country so faithfully. I thank you for that. Also makes me think of, okay, I'm just getting a small tear. Makes me think of our healthcare workers and essential workers and so many people today who are working during this virus to keep life going for all of us. And just a huge shout out to those people who are working so hard on the front lines to keep the rest of us safe and to keep things trucking along. So here's to you, good old red, white, and blue. Alrighty, this little beauty here is what inspired me as I was out walking my dog earlier to say, hey, I need to make a video of this. I want my peeps at MountainCare to see. The rhododendron have just begun to open up. Isn't that just absolutely gorgeous? Oh, somebody coming jogging behind me. And then I wanted you to see this too. I think, could this be called a Kusa dogwood? Meaning it's not a tree like the regular dogwoods we see. It's more like a bush, but it has flowers on it that are very similar. Sitting underneath this beautiful weeping willow here. Love that. I think one of the fun things about spring is to watch the leaves come out. I've been really amazed at how things on a tree begin and they don't even look like a leaf. They look so unusual, and then slowly within the past week they've really begun to change into the shape of leaves. Here's another one. Again, the leaves are just starting to come out on this little guy here. Another weeping willow, I think. But just such a lovely view here. Let me turn. See if I can give you a view this. Not sure if you can see any horses back there, but they sure are sweet. And just a beautiful, beautiful morning. We can even see if I can get that. The contrail, is that what you call it, from an airplane up in the sky? That's good, somebody's flying somewhere. I don't think too many people are flying these days. Hopefully, as I paused there for a moment, you were able to hear some of the birds chirping and a little bit of water running by. All right, let's move on. All right, welcome back. Spring in the south would not be complete without a beautiful flowering dogwood. One of the reasons I rushed out today when I felt inspiration to film this was because we're getting close to the tail end of the blooms of these beautiful trees. So I thought I better hurry up and get out there. This is one that's still got a fair amount of blooms on it. I'd like to also show you, if I can get it into the video here, another one, but it's a pink one. So hang tight. Again, I'm not sure how jolty this will be as I'm walking through some yard and trying to not trip. Boy, wouldn't that make this video funny if I did trip. Good to know I can laugh at myself. Okay, around this little Bradford pear tree, I believe, is the pink dogwood I'm talking about. You might also be able to hear in the background a neighbor across the street mowing his grass. Thank goodness for riding lawnmowers. But isn't that pink one beautiful? I sure hope the colors turn out pretty in this. It's hard to tell. I'd love to show you too. I don't know how well I can get it because it's far away. Across the road there, we have a beautiful horse pasture. Oh, here comes the neighbor mowing the grass. Look, life does still go on. But across that pasture there is a beautiful little pond. We had some dear friends whose children were married there. Don't know if you can tell, probably can't see the pond, but maybe you can see a few of the azaleas that are blooming up around the pond there. Really, really a pretty sight, I think. And why don't I downsize a little bit, and I'll try to at least show you their horses. There they are. I believe their names are Hershey and Mack. But don't trust me on that. I might get these things wrong. But they're enjoying a little bit of green spring grass. All right, let's move on. Just a quickie of these little guys here. Some type of a daffodil, I believe. I'm surprised there's still a few blooming. They all started coming out, what, maybe late February? Maybe not till early March. Or could this be a narcissus? This is where I'm really missing having you guys here in person, so that as I ask all these questions that I have no idea what the answers are, I need you to fill me in, but I can't hear what your answers are. But speak it out. I want to know. All right, sorry, this is a short one. All right, one more beautiful dogwood here. I was hoping maybe in the shade you could see some of the white flowers popping a little bit better. They really are so beautiful. And look, if you look down the street a little bit, you can see a deer. Except for it's just a deer statue. All right, a few more pretty things up here I'd like to show you. You think you can bear with me as I walk up the street a little bit? Again, I don't want to make you motion sick with some of this. But there are some pretty, I want to say they're called an iris up ahead here. I believe the bushy type tree that's behind this deer statue, I think I called it a tulip tree, Not sure what the real term for it, what the plant term is. But over here, oh, I hear the... When I'm quiet, it's because I'm hoping you'll hear some of the sounds I'm hearing. All right, straight ahead here are these irises. And I think maybe something called Lily of the Valley. All right, I'm having a hard time seeing myself. Here we go. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, you know me, you know purple's my favorite color. So I really, really like these. I just think they're absolutely beautiful. Let's zoom in a little bit. Wow, isn't that pretty? Despite social distancing, God's creation just keeps on blooming. Here are these other things that I said I can't quite remember the names of. Lily of the Valley, maybe? Maybe not. Maybe snowdrop something. Ooh. I'm pretty bad at these names. Maybe this will... I'll get motivated after this video. I'll go home and try to look up some of these things on the internet, see if I can figure it out. Alrighty. Alrighty then. I've climbed to the top of the hill just for these silly little, I'm calling them wildflowers, but they're probably just weeds. But I love them. And especially, remember how I said I love purple? I want you to see these sweet little purple ones. Look at how cute they are. I just love them. Let me be quiet for a minute, see if you can hear that bird. Any of you good at determining bird calls? That's something that could keep you busy these days. You can easily look that up, listen to it on the internet, begin to identify some bird sounds. You know, the other kind of silly thing, it's not a flower, but I like about spring, is I love ferns, the natural ferns that grow. And I just think that's a pretty one. It always amazes me. You know, you buy those ferns at the grocery store for $10 and come the first freeze, they're gone and they never come back. But these guys are made for outdoor living. They die down a little at the winter, but then pop back up every spring. Anyway, look how pretty. See if you can see the dappled sunlight and hear the wind. Yeah, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Sun is shining through, so pretty. I think we got some rain clouds coming this afternoon. That's all right. We need something to feed all these beautiful flowers and trees we see blooming here. All right, well, that's it for the top of the hill. We turn slowly, and I'll show you. That's where I'm heading down to. We'll see if we can find anything else interesting. Hang in there. Okay, spring would not be complete without a buttercup. Okay, I realize these are probably also just weeds. But remember, does anybody remember when you were a kid, did you ever used to pick a buttercup and put it under your chin, see if your chin was shined all yellow to say, do I like butter? No? Nobody? Come on, somebody had to have done that. We did that when we were kids. So anyway, that is going to be our nature video. I hope you enjoyed it. Miss you guys. Stay well.